So I'm going up the stairs of this bookstore. Now, it's primarily books, but they do have some second-hand games here, and the second-hand games they have are very cheap. So I usually come here and just see if there's anything to get first, because if I see it at another store first, it will be more expensive. So let's have a look at what they've got today. So today my main interest is going to be Dreamcast, PlayStation here, lots of PlayStation, but I bought a lot of PlayStation last time, so Dreamcast today. What's this? No, not really interested in that. Got some other stuff here. What's that? Not sure what that is. Don't want that. Oh, what's this? Looks interesting. Oh, wait a minute, it's Mahjong. I have so many Mahjong games, I don't know how to play Mahjong, so we'll put that back. We don't want that. What's this one? Some kind of dating sim. It's very cheap, but I'm probably never going to play it. We'll go, just get rid of that. Don't want that. No, nothing really there. Not many of the old Dreamcast games. Lots of Super Nintendo. I do have some Super Nintendo games I want, especially after Lemmings 2, but it's not going to be in those cheap, unsorted ones. What about these boxed ones? Lots of games, but nothing particularly remarkable. A lot of this stuff's very cheap, sort of fairly common stuff. It's quite interesting, but I don't think I need it. I do have a lot of games. If you were just starting out a collection, this would be the kind of store you'd want to go to, because you can get lots of games pretty cheap. That's a Game Boy game. We've gone through most of the Famicom there. But you can see there's a wide range of stuff, and the prices tend to be pretty good compared to other stores. So this is kind of your first place you want to go to. And see, there's so many games. More box games. Another 2 there, I think that was. Super Mario RPG, is that? So many games, just lots of choice, but say nothing particularly remarkable. And then the loose games, which are going to be the cheaper ones again. But lots of stuff here, but I can't really see anything that's tempting me. They've also got some box stuff. I'm not sure I need any of this, but you see, there's quite a selection. Let's have a look around here. Oh, we're going into sort of DVDs and things, but you can see there's some PlayStation stuff here. As I say, I did come through and have a look at the PlayStation last time, though. So let's move on to the hard parts section, and yes, that is what it's called, and here it is. Now, I do need a new cable for my Dreamcast. I've only got an S-Video cable. We've got some second-hand squids here. I do have plenty of squids, though, so I think I can probably do without those. We've got some kind of speed-up controller for the Super Nintendo. That's a bit weird. And down here, that looks like a NES controller, but it's actually a USB gamepad that's a fake one, and I've got a couple of them already. I'm not sure what all these cables are. It's getting very confusing, and I think they're probably more generic stuff like the Wii and the PlayStation. Nothing as exotic as the Dreamcast. So I think we'll just move on here. Oh, well, it's all easy. There's some kind of weird modern systems. A PlayStation 4, I'm not sure what that is. I certainly don't need it, though. So let's go to another store. Oh, now here's something interesting. We've got this capsule machine in the street, and it's got some kind of mini game system. It's only 300 yen, so I think we'll have a go at that and get the capsule out. Just put my coins in here, and we just have to turn the handle, and out comes the capsule. And if I can manage to open it, which seems to be a bit of a struggle, let's see what's in it. It's this tiny little game system. It's like a little fold-out thing, like a bit like a DS shape, and only 300 yen. So I'll put that in my pocket and have a play later. And it did turn out to be a 99-in-1 kind of Tetris game. Very nice. And so I'm in another store now, and you can see we've got a real massive selection of Super Famicom games. What I really want today is Lemmings 2. Now, the L will be coming under the R section in Japanese, so I'm trying to find the R section, having a look around trying to find that, but it does tend to be a bit of a challenge sometimes, and generally I do like to have a flick around as well, just to see if anything... just to see if anything catches my fancy, but... can't really see anything particularly interesting here. Loads of box games as well, so we'll just have to have a look through the box games to see if see if the games I'm after are there. But I can't initially see anything, so just have a quick scan around. You can see it gets very confusing when there's this many games in one place. You really struggle to see anything, especially when the titles are often in Japanese and with weird fonts and things. So often I just end up looking at the pictures and trying to recognise the titles, and usually they're in alphabetical order as well, so looking for anything with a similar name like Rockman, Mega Man, that will be in the R section. So if I'm looking for Lemmings 2, it should be around there. What's this? Okay, so this is Lemmings 1, but I don't want Lemmings 1, but Lemmings 2 would be in the same section, so it looks like they haven't got it. So I think we can move on from this section now and go and look at somewhere else. Okay, let's see what else we've got in this store. You see, there's some games up here as well. These are the box games. So these are the ones without cases, but they're the expensive ones. We've got Turtles 2 there. Fairly good price for Turtles 2. We've got some Virtual Boy games here, but nothing particularly interesting. I've got those already. Some Game Boy Advance games. I am on the keeping an eye out for Choo Choo Rocket today, and there is a Game Boy Advance version. So keeping kind of an eye on the Game Boy Advance to see if I can find it, but I can't see it here. So we'll just go upstairs and have a look at the Dreamcast games that are upstairs then instead. So just going upstairs now, and we'll see what's up here. Got some PC Engine controllers. Oh, there's a lot of PC Engine stuff here, but I do have a lot of PC Engine already. So loads of games for the Dreamcast. Just trying to look through, see if there's anything I recognize. Looking for Ikaruga really, but I can't see it. Just going to flick through, see if I can spot anything that takes my fancy. What's that? Not sure what that is. We don't want that. We're going to have a look for something else more interesting. All kinds of weird stuff in here. I'm not really sure of Dreamcast games very much. Some I think are kind of ports of the PlayStation games, so it starts to look a bit repetitive. Not quite seeing anything too exciting, but just having a look through anyway, just to see if there's anything that takes my fancy. Trying to find Choo Choo Rocket. Can't see it though. What's this game here? This looks does look very interesting. Tend to judge by the box cover there. Dancing Blades, is that a dance game? Let's have a look at that. Oh, it's some kind of cartoon game, but it's only 600 yen, so yeah, we'll buy that. It's only cheap. So just having a flick through as well to see if there's anything else that takes my fancy. Not really seeing anything that's shouting out to me though. So maybe we'll give these a pass. I'm not sure. As I say, there's so many. It's difficult to see anything that stands out. So now just having a look at the GameCube games, because I'm after Ikaruga, but there was a GameCube release. So just having a look there. It should be under the I section, which will be at the start near A. I can't see it though, so maybe they've not got it. There's very few games here though as well. Just seeing if maybe it was loose in these unmarked like boxes, but it doesn't seem to be. It was worth a try while I was here. So I think maybe we'll just buy these games I've got then, and we'll just head out. I don't really think there's anything else I need to look at here. Let's go to the checkout and just buy these. Okay, so heading out now, and we'll go to another store. And now we're in the more expensive Super Potato store. Now this is kind of my last resort really. They've got a lot of games here, but they are more pricey. So just looking at these ones that are on display, these will be the more expensive unboxed ones. So we're looking maybe for that Lemmings. Can't see it though. And here's the box selection. Such a huge selection. But the reason they've got a huge selection is they pay a lot more and they are very expensive. So now looking through the Dreamcast games, looking for Ikaruga. I can't see it though. Can't see it on the shelf here. So not sure what to do about that. We'll just keep looking through, just see if maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's not in that section, and just see if there's anything else that immediately shouts out to me. But I can't really see anything that I'm getting particularly excited by here. Lots of games though, huge selection. So let's have a look. Let's have a look over here as well. There's even more Dreamcast games over here. And then, there's something here's Ikaruga, but oh grief, it's $100. I think I saw it online for about $50, $60, so that's too expensive for me. I really don't want to spend over $100 for a game, so we'll have a look maybe somewhere else. There's actually there's more copies of Ikaruga here, but they're also $100, a little bit cheaper, but not by very much. So I think we're going to have to do without it from this store. I did know this store was very expensive, which is why I came here later, but so I just wanted to pop through and just see if there was anything I wanted, but so far not seen anything, which is a bit of a shame. But we'll keep having a look. Let's have another quick look at the Dreamcast section to see if there's anything I missed the first time. Oh, Choo Choo Rocket. It's only 800 yen, which is about $8, and it says there's some scratches on the package and things, but it doesn't say there's any problem with the game playing. That seems extremely cheap because I couldn't find that online, so I think we'll have to buy that. And I'm just going to have a look at the hardware section because I want to try and get an RGB cable. I've got a lot of controllers here and some cables. Not seeing any RGB cables though. There's some general composite out cables. They'd be better than my S-Video cable, which is all I've got at the moment, but I'm not sure. Not sure if I want that or not, but $15. I guess maybe I'll buy one just for safety, just because I want the options in case I have signal problems. So we'll maybe buy one anyway, even though they do seem a little bit expensive, and we'll just pay for those and go to a different store. Okay. So now we're at Tsuruga. This is the one I've seen the games online. I wasn't planning to come here because they'll probably be expensive. Got some girl games there, Otome games. I've got too many of those already. We really don't need any more. Don't really want to play games trying to pick up men. So we'll move on from those, I think. Trying to find the retro game selection, which is all the way at the back here. And here we go, some kind of cards or something. And here's our Super Famicom selection. So we're going to be looking for that Lemmings again. Hunt it down, hunt down those Lemmings. In the RAS section, we're looking for Lemmings. No, not seeing it. It's a bit disappointing. I guess it would probably be up here. Oh, Turtles, 2,700 yen. That's no more than I paid for it many years ago. Seems a very good price. Certainly recommended. And here's the really expensive games behind glass. No idea what they are, but they are being held from me, so I immediately want them. Anyway, let's move over to the Dreamcast and have a look. Let's see if they've got this Ikaruga then. No, I can't see it here. It's a shame. Just having a look through though, because I thought maybe there'll be something else that's worth having. What's that? No, I don't need that. I did see the Choo Choo Rocket. It was 100 yen cheaper, but not too bad. Don't mind that kind of price difference. Just having a look through the Game Boy Advance games to see if the Choo Choo Rocket Advance was there. Can't see it, but there's so many games, it's a bit daunting. And then the GameCube, very small selection again. No Ikaruga though, so not really surprising. It's actually more expensive for the GameCube as well, so try and avoid that. And so now we are just moving on to the last possible store, another Super Potato, and we'll just have a look through here, just being as I'm passing, and we'll go upstairs to the retro selection. There's, again, no interest in GameCube games. Have a look up here in the retro selection up here. So we're just going up the stairs here, and at the back of the store is the Dreamcast games. So you can see, nice big collection again. Not really seeing anything too different to the other store, which I guess isn't too surprising, but it's a little disappointing. Lots of games on display, but again, not really massively tempted by any of these. It's difficult with the Dreamcast. I've never really had any games apart from the Choo Choo Rocket and the Ikaruga that I've ever really wanted. The Shenmue, the RPG types, too baffling for me, so I'm going to stick away from that. But just having a look around anyway. We'll go and have another look for those Lemmings, see if we can find them. But spoiler, I didn't. So anyway, we're looking at all these nice boxed games, loads of boxed games, and these loose games, nice on display. It makes it easy to find them, but nothing particularly interesting there. I did see a Ikaruga in the glass shelf on the side, but it was the same price. It was too expensive. It was $100 again, which isn't surprising because it's the same chain store, but I was hoping maybe there'd be a cheaper copy here, but there isn't. So I will have to have a look online later or do without the game. And very expensive games here. There's one there for $8,900 there. That's 898,000. That's very expensive. So Choo Choo Rocket, a mini handheld game machine, a cable for my Dreamcast, and also the Dancing Blades game. Not too much today, but a few interesting things.